10:32 this morning. Of course, I couldn't put this stream up there until after the morning stream. So the first thing I did when I quit was go in there and create this. So nobody was here yesterday on this one. Anna Kurzawa was in here first thing. Lady June was in here. Mike Seeley from Tampa. Hi, Mike. How you doing? Rick, Charger Mopar. Thomas Pruitt. Cliff Medina chimed in. Mike Seeley Sr. chimed in. Peter chimed in. Hiya, Peter. How you doing? Kat is here. And anybody new? Yes. Jerry Graham from Denver. Hiya, Jerry. How are you this afternoon on this beautiful Saturday afternoon? Hope it's beautiful where you are. Steve Studley still, to this day, trying to get some butter and salt. Incredible. Tanya's here. Hiya, Tanya. Kitchen Witch. William McCartney chimed in. How you doing? Talking about Rick's iguana and duck theme. I chimed in about that. Let you know I'm alive. Lori and Rick, Tuka and Thomas and Susan Ivy. Good afternoon, Susan. How you doing? Good to see you. Glad you made it. Lori's Carnivore Story is here, saying hi to everybody. And speaking of the devil, Aaron Booby Goats is here. Just completed some intense weightlifting. Less reps, higher weight. Good for you. Good for you. Joanne T. Greetings from Ontario, Canada. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Marla Kelly's with us this afternoon. Stickman's Garage is here on the treadmill. Smoothie 420 joined us. How you doing, Smoothie? Good to see you today. And Granny Boo 2 chimed in. And we're up to 3 o'clock, so I'll keep going here and we'll get to the panel, because I know they have a lot to say. Who is this? Billy Bats Says. That's a new one. A brand new person. Billy Bats Says, I have not seen you before. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to this madhouse that we call the Saturday afternoon live stream. More like a free-for-all. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not the only crazy person in the room. We're all nuts. After all, we only eat meat, and everybody knows that meat causes cancer and diabetes and heart disease. So that makes us crazy. Boulder, hi, how you doing, Boulder? Good to see you. Danny in Boston's here. Cool. FX Trader says, good afternoon, Mitch. Good afternoon, FX Trader. How you doing? How you doing? Greg Smith chimed in. From Texas. Greg's in Texas right now. And mobile in his truck, eating and driving. You can't see him, but I can see him. Just, I don't know if you can see this or not, but just for grins, I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. And right here, where I'm moving the mouse, see the mouse moving around? That's the green room. That's what I get to see. And what I got over here is I got, that's my window. There's Tuka smiling. There's Greg eating. There's Charger Mopar right there. And Thomas is falling asleep. Wake up, Thomas. Wake up. There you go. All right. Through the magic of professional broadcasting software, I was able to do that and show you behind the scenes here. Margaret Brewer. Hi, Margaret. It's 9 a.m. Sunday morning in New Zealand, and it's summer. Yes. Not only are you a different day from us, you're a whole different season down there. Enjoy the summer. Enjoy the summer. FX Trader, $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Always appreciated. Always appreciated. Papa Carnivore, I said hi to you. You're chatting away. Joanne Martin, hi, Mitch. I'm watching from Willits, Canada. Welcome, welcome. And let's quickly get to the end of this so we can get started and see if I got anybody new. Retired Rick checked in. How you doing? FX Traders question, how big is the monitor to your left? That is a 43-inch 4K Samsung television. Not a monitor, but a television that makes the most beautiful computer monitor, the brightest thing you've ever seen, and the cheaper than any even monitor dedicated for computers, half the size. It's incredible. More and more people are using these big 4K TVs, and the text on it is sharp as a tack. Sharp as a tack. And as an added benefit, you can get sunburn from the thing. No, it's a big monitor. It's a big TV. It's a 43-inch. I could use a 65-inch TV, but then it'd be ridiculous. I'd be sitting there like the front row of the movie theater. You'd be looking at me like this. And I'd have a sore neck by the time the end of the stream. But it sure it's sure helpful out here, especially when the sun is shining bright. This thing is really bright. I can see it beautifully, much brighter than the screen on the notebook, which I have turned up pretty bright next to it. And interestingly enough, this Samsung TV seemed like it was twice as bright as all the other TVs they had on display. And they brag about that. They call it a crystal something monitor. And it costs like $269. You can go out and buy a 43-inch computer monitor, if you can even find one, for less than a couple $1,000. It's crazy. The one I looked at, one that was about 30 inches, high res 4K, and it was from Dell, and it was $1,450. Nah, not for me. But this works great. It's cheap enough that if anything happens, you throw it away and get a new one. P.O. is here. P.O. Hendrickson, how you doing? And Don's Deals. Good afternoon, Don. We're always looking for a deal, but I'm sure everybody who sees your name says that. Boyd Lamb says we were scared to tell you. Scared to tell me what, Boyd? Okay, I got to be getting pretty close to current here. Oh, my God. You guys chat faster than I can keep up with you. We're almost up to 100 people already. Tina's here. Hiya, Tina. How you doing? Spanky. Spanky's with us. Good afternoon, Spanky. Let's see. Let me get through this here. Wow. Look at all the people. Chris Wayne. Hi, Chris. Hiya, Chris. Mama Bear's in the house. All the usual suspects are here. Somebody get brave. Let me put the link. Back in the chat again for the StreamYard in case you're interested. Nah, that's the Buy Me a Coffee link. Oh, what the hell. I'll put that in there first. Then I'll go get the StreamYard link and put that in right afterwards. And if you happen to click the Buy Me a Coffee link by mistake, good for you. Good for you. I know I'm shameless. I'm sorry. I'm too old to have shame anymore, for God's sake. All right, I did it. There's the StreamYard link. It says StreamYard if you want to come in. And hey, guys, in the green room, remind me every once in a while to put that link back up there. Don't wait for everybody to ask for it. Mark Booz, how you doing, Mark? Good to see you from St. Lucie. Jason Myers, question, Mitch, how's the mouth taping going? I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. We got into that yesterday. I'm still not ready for that or ice plunges. Sorry. Joseph Tepper. Hi, everyone from Miami. Say hi to Rick. He's down there with you. Good to see you, Joseph. Marianne Williams from South Carolina. Patty Molden's here. How are you, Patty? And DC's Cancer and Life Journey morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Look at all the people I don't recognize. Claudia Burkick is in the house. Hiya, Claudia. And here's Kiwi Fertilizer, tab 1 again. Saw you earlier. Name is Ron Mack. Okay, I'm going to try to remember that. Kiwi Fertilizer is Ron from, I can't even pronounce where you're from. Lake Taupo. Where in the world is that? I don't know where that is. Sounds an Indian. Wakaipo Bay, Lake Taupo. Anybody? Anybody know? Let me know. Matt James is here with us. Hiya, Matt. How you doing? Man, and Ellen joined us. Hiya, Ellen. How are you? Spanky's joined us in the green room. Holy cow. I'm just going to bring all you guys on the screen and take the rest of the day off and have fun. Let's see. Good to see you, Ellen. Good afternoon, she says. Anybody new? Anybody else new that I missed? Brian K is here. Hiya, Brian. Michael Pregler's with us. Good to see you, Michael. All right, I'm going to give this another minute or so or less. And Denise Kink is here. Hiya, Denise. How you doing? Don't want to leave everybody out. Okay, I got down to the bottom. It's that time again, my friends. It's that time. So I have a choice right now. I can either go through the happy music cigar lighting ceremony or just bring the guys in and let them start talking, and then I can light my cigar anytime I want. I think I'll do that because everybody's been so patient. All right, guys, you ready? Tuca, you're up.
Hey, asshole. How are you, Mitch?
I'm an asshole. Everybody knows that.
How are you doing?
Oh, man, I'm great. If I was any better, it'd be illegal. You know that, Tuca, but you keep asking.
I know.
And the good news is, it doesn't change. The good news is it doesn't change. I'm always doing good, it seems, lately.
That's good.
Yeah, even when I'm not doing good, I'm convinced myself. What do you got there?
Chapstick for Danny.
Oh, no.
For Danny Boston, so I'm going to use this one.
Okay. Yeah, well, if it's cold and dry, you need those things. You really do. Yeah. Well, good to see you today. Let me bring in Greg on the road. Hiya, Greg.
Hey, Greg. What's up?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good.
Did she tell you that?
What's that?
Did she tell you that?
Who?
That you were good.
I'm married. Been married 25 years. I hope so.
But she can still tell you you're good. Yeah, I mean, good to see you, man. So where are you? You're in Texas now. Where are you headed?
Well, I'm actually in New Mexico, crossing into Texas right now. I'll be stopping in Amarillo in about 80 miles.
Oh, for the night?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And where are you headed?
Kentucky as usual.
With a load of shoes?
Yep.
Let's see if we can't make some of them fall off the truck. All right?
Yeah, huh?
Make sure they're size 9 or 9.5 when they fall off the truck. Okay. I'm not interested in size 8s or 10s falling off the truck. Got that? All righty. And quack.
Charge him up our week.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Rick.
Quack.
Hey, you're talking about shoes. Where's the size 15?
Yeah, well, nobody, not many of us are 6 foot friggin' 6. Yeah, what do they say? Big feet, big what? Big shoes.
Big hands.
Big shoes. Yeah, big feet, big shoes. Yeah. Well, good to see
Mitch.
you, man. How's everything in Miami?
Oh, pretty good. The weather's been excellent lately. It hasn't been the usual miserable, hot, humid weather. In fact, I was on an egg hunt. I was all the way down the canal looking for eggs. Couldn't find a single egg. I went to Aldi. They're like almost $5 a dozen. This is ridiculous.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on with the eggs.
Well, bird flu is what's going on. I managed to score I scored 4 dozen eggs the other day on top of probably 4 or 5 dozen I already had. So I'm probably pretty good. Hopefully till this thing comes to an end. But I went to Sam's Club a couple days ago. They had the cage free, but that was all they had. But they had a decent quantity of them left. So I was surprised to see that.
I usually get them from Gordon Foods. There were $2.99, which I thought was high, but now it's just out of control. I don't know what's going on. There was none at Gordon at all.
Yeah, that's the panic sets in. It's the bird flu. It's the bird flu thing. So what are you going to do? Okay. Well, welcome to the panel today. And now I will bring in Thomas Pruitt. Thomas, how are you, my friend?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Thomas.
Beardless, the beardless Thomas. Why? They
Yep.
told me you shaved off your beard, so now you don't look like I used to look.
Yeah, but I'm going to grow it back, so.
All right, well, that's good because beards, you know, I mean, it's just a little trivia, but, and I've said this before, nobody, I don't think anybody alive, except maybe my sister, because I grew up with her, but other than that, nobody alive, not my children, not anybody, has ever seen me without a beard. I've had this beard since 1970, and I've never shaved, not once, shaved it off. I trim it, but I have had a full beard. I did trim it down to a goatee because the hair that grows on the side of my face is pathetic, and it looks better when I make a goatee out of it. But I would scare myself silly if I looked in the mirror one day and found out and saw my actual face. Although this doesn't cover a whole lot of it up because I keep it trimmed pretty short. But yeah, good to see you, Thomas. Good to see you. And asleep at the switch as usual with his head down, Canada on his hat, oblivious to everything around him. There you go. Hiya, Spanky.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Oh, man, we're doing great. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, that's great. And it wouldn't be a panel without him. You know him. You love him.
Peter.
Sometimes he aggravates the piss out of you.
Okay.
Quack.
Peter.
Quack.
How are you, my friend? Good to see you.
Hey, Mitch, I think I've got a future case of the stomach bug.
Uh-oh. What happened?
It's going to be on Tuesday, the 28th of
Oh,
January.
yeah, okay. Yeah, it's nice to be able to plan your illnesses so precisely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weeks in advance, yes.
Well, how else am I going to get up there to smoke a cigar with you?
Well, let me ask you a question, Peter. Do you abuse that privilege? You call in sick every week for some stupid reason or other?
You
Okay,
know what?
then,
I never call in sick, ever. But
well, then you're entitled. Don't you have a vacation day or something you could take?
It's funny. I've been taking. I'm only working Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and took off. Well, my normal days off are Monday, Friday, but I took Saturdays and Sundays for the whole month of January because I had to use up my days off or I lose them. So, yeah, I mean, I had a ton of days off this month, but not on a Tuesday.
Okay, well, when you get up here, whatever you got, keep it to yourself. Don't spread it around to any of us, but be good to see you.
Yeah.
We don't want to catch the stomach flu, okay?
Mitch, I have a question.
Yes.
For Ellen. Ellen in the chat. Ellen, what is your charging rate if I start using pink chapstick here in the panel?
I think we say goodbye to you, man, if you started using pink chat.
Uh-oh.
I
Okay.
would start calling you Tammy.
Yeah. Oh, man. So Ellen's saying hi to everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you, Ellen. Always good to see you. Boyd Lamb still in the chat.
Anna Kursava, dobry wieczór. Jak się masz?
Yeah, I don't understand. But...
I just said in Polish, good evening and how are you?
Oh, okay. Hey, I pay $8 a dozen, and that's in Canadian, says the Carnivore Butcher. Man, if that doesn't say it all, man, Carnivore Butcher. Holy cow. That says meat. That says meat with a side order of meat. That's what that says right there. Great name. Great name. I like that. Welcome, Carnivore Butcher. I don't believe we've seen you here either. So good to see you.
Hey, Rick, I have my Miami shirt for you.
Oh, there you go.
Neat. Hey, I'm going to tell you something, guys. I want to ask you to excuse me for 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourself. It's all of a sudden getting hot in here. I need to get rid of this sweatshirt, or I'm going to roast. Believe it or not, all that sun is just heating up the whole screen. I need to open a window. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. So I will be right back.
Hey, so I've got a good story for you guys. I went to Aldi yesterday, and I'm checking out, and all I had was 3 packs of the grass-fed butter. That's all I literally, it's like my typical trick. It's eggs, it's meat, it's butter, right? Well, I just needed butter. Well, there's this guy, about 30-year-old kid in front of me. And guess what he's got? He's got a dozen eggs and a pound of ground beef. And so I go, hey, dude, are you a carnivore? He goes, yeah, looks like you are too. So the first guy I ever saw, kind of in the store or whatever, like it was, bona fide carnivore. And I said, you're really young. You're like 30 years old. I said, how'd you find carnivore? And he said, about 3 years ago, I saw Joe Rogan. He saw the Rogan thing. And he said, I didn't even think I was heavy. I was like 160 pounds. But now I'm down 30 pounds, and I didn't even realize that I was overweight or anything. And he said, my brain fog's gone, had a little depression. He goes, I just feel great. So that was interesting.
I missed the beginning of that story, but that's okay. So I can't comment on it. But
oh no, Mitch, I was at Aldi, and this kid was in front of me in line. He was about 30 years old, and I have 3 packs of butter. That's all I was buying. Well, he had a dozen eggs and a pound of ground beef. I said, hey, dude, are you a carnivore? He said, yeah. And he found Rogan 3 years ago. He's been a carnivore 3 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool. All right, I'm going to put the link for the chat back in again here, and because all you guys look very familiar to me. There we go. Did it work? Yes. No. Enter. There it is. Okay. So who we got here? Yet nobody new in the green room, so I haven't missed anybody yet. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat. Ellie Dan says, I got a full cow. $6 a pound. $6 a pound.
That's not a bad price.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
For a whole cow? No, not a bad price at all. And then, just to clarify, per pound. That's like me in the chat, man. I never type in chats. I hardly ever type anything in chats or comments anywhere. I save my commenting for my big mouth, and that's usually adequate. So I'm not the greatest typist in the world.
Yeah, I was watching Meat Dad the other day, and he did an interview with Diamond H Ranch up in Missouri, and they ship. It's the first one I've ever seen that does it. They do it twice a month. They harvest cattle twice a month for shipping.
Wow.
They're a little pricey, but it's all grass-fed stuff.
All those places that ship meat, you have to be pricey. Look at the handling costs and everything else you got, packing and shipping. And
yeah, there's a guy in Utah that I can get a half cow for about $6 a pound, including processing, as long as I pick it up.
Well, that's good. Holy cow. We got almost a full house here. Look at this, 9 people. We got Tina Schweikerath is here. Mark
Tina
is here. How you doing, guys?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Talk to us, Tina. Let me see if your audio is good.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody.
Perfect. Perfect. Imagine that. 9 of us in here, no audio problems. Wow. It's got to be a new record.
Tina, are you sure you can handle all of us?
I don't have to handle you. I could do this.
Oh, come back.
Okay, but I have buttons, man. I have controls. I can do anything. I can make any of you big. I can move you around. Who would you like to sit next to, Tina?
I'm fine right here, honey. And listen,
really?
I can handle you all.
Okay.
Whoa!
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
wow.
Tina used to be a boss too, right, Tina?
I
You told us
was a
you were-
general sales manager at a commercial truck dealership. We sold Volvo trucks,
I'll put
and
Peter next to
I
you then.
handled men every day from the sales
I'll give you
department.
Peter. I'll give you
You'll
Peter
give
to
me
play with.
Peter?
Yeah, there he is, right next to you.
Yeah, because you're a sale. You sell. What do you sell? You sell something.
furniture.
Furniture. And yeah, I'm used to telling people what to do. I have no fear.
Sounds
That's
like
good.
Mitch.
That's good. Yeah, that's like me. Yeah, no fear.
You don't want to know where my furniture came from.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Bedrock.
Side of the road.
As I've gotten to know you a little bit over the months here, I can imagine. Yeah.
He hauled it out of the canal.
Turbo
Ellen,
sales.
Ellen,
Dumpster diver.
Ellen says we boys are in trouble now, and I think
Oh yeah,
we're
yeah. We could use another woman or two. And if
Yes,
well,
and that's it.
I have room for one more,
Yeah,
and then somebody has to leave if I want to bring anybody else in. But that's okay. We
And
can
that's
take shifts.
really the only reason
Just
why I
pick me.
check to come in. It's because y'all need some female blood in here.
Yes.
Yes.
And we also here it comes a new record, my friends. A new record. 10 people.
Hey,
Oh,
Mark.
my.
Hey,
Mark.
How you doing, man? This is a record turnout for a Saturday afternoon, a stream that I almost canceled for lack of interest. Not very long ago, I was doing it. I didn't have a panel. I was just trying to do more of the same, and nobody, be doing something every morning. People can get too much of you. But then, what was it, 3-4 weeks ago? I said, let's just open it up and have a panel with everybody, and it's kind of revitalized it. So that's great. That's great.
Was that your lack of interest, Mitch?
Well, people, look, I understand. Look, we've all gotten a little weary of Ken Berry and Anthony Chafee. It just happens. I can't expect people to. I mean, even my favorite entertainers, if I saw them, 3 times a day, I'd probably say, I think I need to see somebody else for a little while. So I understand.
Yeah.
But look, if you can't, my thing about YouTube is I always view my channel from the point of view that I view myself as a viewer of YouTube. And I know what bores me, and I know what I've seen and interested in, but, been there, done that. And that's the challenge when you have to be an entertainer and informative, both, or you're not going to hold people's interest. You got to give them some reason to watch. With me, I'm a clown. I'm the class clown. I can't embarrass myself. I just say what's on my mind, and I managed to keep it going. How long it will last, who knows? Who knows?
Yo, Mitch.
Many people have gotten tired of me, and I don't see them anymore. But new people come in, so that's great. That's great.
Mitch.
So, Mark, how you doing, Mark? Yes.
Sorry. I just wanted to say that if someone new is coming in and waiting in the green room, you can always toss me out, and I'm okay with it. So
He's late.
just let me know. Just let me know.
I will,
Okay.
but when I get somebody down there in the green room, and I don't have any yet, I will say anybody need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everybody can sit here all afternoon. That was never the intention, but it's fun. It's fun to do it. Now, what I'd like to see, now that we have 10 people, what I'd really like to see is all 10 of you
Smoke a cigar?
smoking cigars. Now we'd have something. I know Mark smokes cigars. I know Peter smokes cigars. Okay, Greg got he's hunting for one now. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for mine.
40% ain't bad to start,
How about a pencil?
I didn't hear that, Mark. What did you say?
I said I'm just waiting for mine to get delivered today.
Oh, okay.
waiting for
Okay.
FedEx
Your
to-
volume is a little low there, Mark, for some reason compared to everybody else's.
Is it?
So if you can crank it up a little, if you have some way to do that, that'd be great. Thomas, you got a cigar?
No, I got a pencil like Tina does. So
I have a
Okay,
pencil.
well, we'll count that as a half. Peter's got a cigar. All right. We're gonna drive all of those tight-ass carnivores away is what we're going to do. And we're going to be left with the non-judgmental people that are realists and understand that we're not killing ourselves with these things.
I have been planning to buy cigars for myself, but I haven't been able to do it yet. But it's on my to-do list.
Okay,
So-
well, we're waiting. But that's not going to be mandatory. I mean, it's not mandatory. You don't have to have a cigar to be here. I was just trying to make everybody laugh.
And that you did.
It's not mandatory.
But it's the reason why I like to do these things outside, is because I enjoy. It just makes it more enjoyable for me to get together with the guys and gals, the guys and gal. Just to sit here, it's very relaxing for me. Very relaxing for me indeed to smoke a cigar. So anyway, you guys can talk up a storm. There's plenty of you. You can find something to talk about. I'm going to peruse the chat here. And
I was listening earlier. You were all talking about eggs, and I'm very, very blessed because I have a cousin who has free-range chickens in his yard. So once in a while, I get eggs from there. And then my daughter-in-law to be, she has a friend who also has free-range chickens. So she's always dropping eggs in here to me, and it's really a blessing.
Cool. Cool.
And they're very expensive right now where we are. I did look at the price yesterday when I was at Walmart in between our snowstorms. We got another 3 inches last night, and they were $8 for a dozen.
Wow.
Oh man.
Jesus
that's
Christ.
Yeah,
well,
$8. That they were the grass fed, so they say.
Yeah.
But I didn't buy them. I was just curious of what they were. And $8, $7.99, of course, plus we have 6% tax here in the state of Maryland. I mean, it's just crazy.
What they used to be before they went up, were they like $3,
I had like
$4?
$2.50, like $2.50.
So what's going to happen is that the bird flu will go away. They'll drastically lower the price to where it's $1 a dozen more than it used to be, and everybody will be feeling like they're getting cheap eggs now. And that's
just like they did with the friggin' gas.
Yeah, that's a plot. That's a plan. Because if you want to make people value something, take it away from them for a while. It becomes a lot more valuable. They'll pay more for it when they can get it back.
Hey, I've got a question.
Okay.
How the hell? Explain to me how the hell you raise a grass-fed chicken.
Just put him in the yard.
That's
They don't eat grass.
They don't eat grass.
We have a lot of bugs here. I mean,
I understand that, but they're not grass-fed.
Oh, I understand. Okay, I got you.
But they put that on the label of these eggs. Sam's Club sells pasture-raised eggs. And
pasture-raised I can understand.
Yeah, but it says, wait. It says right on the outside in big red letters, 100% vegetarian fed.
Yeah,
because that's what people are so brainwashed. If they put on the outside of that package, guaranteed to eat grubs and worms, nobody buy those eggs. They actually go out of their way to brag about the fact that there's absolutely no animal product in this food whatsoever. I mean, that's a selling point with these people. Crazy.
Chickens are freaking cannibals. They will eat each other.
Oh, absolutely.
So
birds, by and large, are pretty vicious creatures. They're dinosaurs, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Ducks, goose.
Well, Peter's smoking. Okay. And Greg, you lit yourself up there yet? Yep. Okay, that's 3 of us. Let's see if we can't have a smoke-filled room here, guys.
I have.
There was a question for you, Mitch.
Okay, where?
Jason Myers had a question for you.
Was it recent? What is it? Yes,
Jason
Myers. I see it here. Okay, Jason. Mitch, are you divorced, widowed? Why? Or have you just had enough and enjoy living the single life? I'm not widowed. I am divorced twice. Yes, I had enough. I've told that story a few times. I always come out when I tell that story more depressed than I was going in. So I won't tell that today. I spent 35 years of my life married. And I've been single for 20 years, and I am in heaven, believe it or not. So yes, I enjoy the autonomy of it. Yeah, there's a few things I miss about it, of course, but by and large, not having to be responsible for the individual happiness and contentment of another human being is a load off. For that reason, I don't even have pets anymore. I don't want to have to, and twice I wasn't really, I was married to, I can only chalk it up and say, what wasn't what I would call my soulmate, unfortunately. Now, it doesn't say that marriage can't be great if you find the right person. And I know a lot of people who have, and I envy them that. But no, I'm happy. I'm happy. Look, I got all you guys to take care of. I got to worry about all of you. I don't have time or room to worry about anybody else.
Can you get Tina back in? She hit the wrong button.
I did what?
Tina's trying to get back in.
Tina's waiting to get back in.
All right. Well, I have to put the link up again, I guess.
She hit the wrong button. She said.
But she's not in the green room yet. So I'll republish. Okay. I'll republish the link, and when I see her pop up in the green room, I will put her back. There you go, Tina. Scared you away. Did it smoke? Smoke was getting to you, huh? I guess.
If you want smoke, I'll start my truck.
Yeah, oh no. And Jerry Boytush is here. How you doing, Jerry? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Everybody saying hi to Jerry. Okay, I found that question. Here's another question. Tina says, question, can I get back in? Of course you can, Tina. Of course you can.
No, you can't.
Just have to pay admission again. That's all, Oh, you didn't get your hand stamped? Sorry.
Peter looks like Boss Hog. He needs some raw liver.
Yeah. All right, Tina, I'm looking for you.
I got to tell you, this is pretty hard to take, smoking a cigar with a palm tree behind me.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It really is. It really is. And Mark's sitting there with nature behind him, too. And
you lucky guys.
She's back.
She's back.
Where'd
Sorry.
you go?
That'll teach you to hit the wrong button. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
I said I wanted to see if I could see the chat, because I can't see the chat.
No, basically,
and when
if you're doing this, can any of you guys see the chat on the side of your screen?
No,
yeah. What device? What are you watching on, a cell phone or a TV?
I am on the phone.
Yeah, see, that's going to be almost impossible for you to see the chat on a phone.
Okay.
We can see it on the computer screen, but you wouldn't be able to see it on the phone. The only
I have an iPad, and one of these days I'm going to try that. But
on the iPad, you can set up a split screen and watch
just not very good at this technical stuff, and I'm here all alone. So
listen, you're here. You managed to get on. No echo. Everything's fine. Rick's holding up an old telephone.
Well, you answered my questions. I don't know if you remember, by email one day, and helped me figure out how to get on here.
But that's okay. That's okay. We don't expect.
The fridge door was open.
I'm amazed. I don't have any more trouble with people coming on. So when you do it on a mobile device like a tablet or a cell phone, it's almost a no-brainer.
Mitch, did you send her a bill?
No. She couldn't afford me if I had to bill her for that kind of stuff.
No, I'm on Social Security.
Yeah.
Just joking.
You know that I spent so many years in the computer business. I've done so much tech support. I hate it. I hate trying to talk people through stuff on the phone. I lose patience with them. I really do. And I would get some of the dumbest calls. My computer's not working. Okay. Did you plug it in? No. Well, the computer's clicking and making noise, but the monitor's black. Well, did you turn it on? Yeah, I turned it on. Did you plug it in? Oh, no, I forgot.
Hey, Mitch, I got one for you. At home, I have 65-inch Vizio high-def TV. Attached to that is my satellite TV box, the DVR, and my surround sound is controlled by an Onkyo receiver. For the last month, this thing's been coming on by itself at night, and just turns on, full blast volume, surround sound, the whole shebang. No reason, and I can't figure it out. My network's locked down. Nobody can get into it.
I know what's causing your problem.
What?
Your house is haunted.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling my wife.
My Denon was doing that, but it
Who'd
was
we lose? We just lost somebody.
Tuca.
Spanky. Tuca, we lost Tuca. Where'd you go?
His screen went blank. His screen went blank beforehand, so maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that it was dark. Well, I'll put the link in again. You know, I mean, I can do that.
We
It's
just
very
lost
easy
Tina
for me.
again, too.
Oh, you lost Tina again.
I hit Control V. Oh, we lost Tina too. Holy mackerel.
It might be haunted here.
Wow. I just have to hit Control V because that's the paste shortcut. In case you guys didn't know that, I thought everybody knew that. To cut and paste on a computer, on a Windows computer, Control C will cut whatever's highlighted and Control V will paste it wherever you stick the cursor. And I don't care if it's one sentence or a half a book. You can cut and paste with one keystroke without having to right-click the mouse and say copy and then go to, it's very, very simple. Control C for cut, Control V. What V means, it doesn't mean paste, but that's what they use for it.
I did not know that. Thank you.
And the great thing about it is the C and the V keys are right next to each other, and they're like 2 fingers apart away from the control key. So it's a real easy one-handed operation. Control C, Control V, and
you have to push them exactly at the same time.
No, you push the control key first, hold it down, and then hit the C or hit the V.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, Spanky, almost every function on your mouse has a corresponding keyboard function.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When you're editing videos, if you don't use the keyboard shortcuts, you're killing yourself.
Yeah.
For inserting, trimming, all that stuff. There are so many. There's pages of them in most video editors because the fastest video editors on the planet very rarely even touch a mouse. Maybe only to position the cursor, to put the cursor where they want it, and then all keyboard stuff. Or they have special keyboards dedicated with dedicated function buttons for all of the different functions. Macros, yeah. Now, on a Mac, you just replace Control with Command, but it's usually the same keyboard shortcut. So Command V and
yeah,
C
it's
work on the Mac. Yeah.
Command or Open Apple.
Not ever having wanted to even go near an Apple computer, let alone try to learn how to work one. The closest thing I ever came to an Apple computer was the first iPhone when it first came out. It was such a gadget, such a paradigm-changing gadget that I had to. Okay, we'll let you back in. They're both down there. They're both down in the green room going.
Tina, I did the same as you did. I pushed the wrong button down.
We're back. Listen, if you guys just want to move around, if you want to be next to each other, let me know. I'll put you next to each other. You don't have to do that.
I'm fine with Tina.
I got to go anyway. I just want to stop and say hi. I got to help Lisa with a few things here. So.
Hey, Mark, take your easy.
Hey, Mark, you going to be able to come up here? You coming up here on Tuesday? You coming up here Tuesday the 28th? Don't tell me you haven't heard. I've only been talking about it.
Around because we've had company the last 2 weeks. That's why I
okay.
haven't been around.
We're having another meetup. We're having another meetup here in Melbourne. Same place, same time, Tuesday the 28th, and we're going to go to the cigar shop again afterwards. Peter's coming.
Tuesday the 28th.
We can get Jerry to come down here from. We'll go back there and repeat what we did the last time.
28. What time?
11:30.
All right. I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, just send me an email, will you? Shoot me a Gmail with an RSVP because I put them in a particular folder. So, yeah, would love to have you again. I mean, we had a ball. We had a ball last time. Yeah.
For sure.
All right, my friend,
Well,
take it easy. Say hi
Sounds
to
good.
Lisa, will you? Say hi to Lisa.
I will.
All right, man.
We'll see you
All
guys
right.
soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
See you
see
later.
you later, Mark.
Bye. By the way, Steve said that you are really loud for the audience.
Who's loud?
And I'm loud.
Great.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah.
little louder than
Yeah.
most people. Not too loud,
Yeah.
but a little louder. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Probably
saying.
I'm using a headset. It might be picking up a little bit better than it should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's okay. It's not.
you're
It's
just
not
loud.
like distorted
Yeah.
overdriving loud. It's just a little
It's-
louder.
Yeah. I don't notice the loudness because I have compression enabled, but it is distorted.
You think so?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a little distorted.
That's my my $25 headset.
Oh, well, there you go. You need to put the $300 buggers in there. They'll be better.
Yeah.
Here's somebody I haven't seen before. Cheryl Gabriel. So where is the conversation on meat eating for healthier life?
In the wrong place.
Obviously,
Thursday.
Cheryl, in these free-for-all gatherings that we have, I spend an hour and a half every morning on a live stream talking about carnivore and meat eating and answering questions from everybody. We have a Tuesday night live stream. We have a Thursday night private community meeting. And on Saturday, this is just kind of the gang gets together and we talk about whatever comes up. And we do talk about carnivore. And if I see a question about carnivore, I'll certainly answer it. But this may not be your kind of thing, but we have become, and everybody here, there's 116 people here, they'll all testify that we have become a very tight-knit group of, I would say, close friends after all this time. Now, a lot of new people come in, they don't understand, but this is a community for support and friendship among like-minded people who aren't going to tell you you're crazy for eating meat. And
Well,
we
I
go
think
against,
I think Rick is crazy.
well, maybe, yeah.
And I'm
Spanky
definitely crazy,
doesn't
for
say
sure.
much, but he's here with us for, moral support.
That's right. I'm here in case somebody comes in.
But Cheryl, welcome. I haven't seen you before. Welcome. So this is not all meat. You can only talk about eating meat so much. And believe me, we do, don't we, guys? We talk about all aspects of carnivore.
Mhm.
The physiology, the biochemistry, the evolutionary reasons why things happen, what to do, where to buy it, how to cook it,
How to catch it.
how to catch it.
Uh,
Yes, sir. We really, really cover it. We're basically just taking a little time off, but we still wander into carnivore. I mean, we very rarely get through any of these things without going down some carnivore rabbit hole or other. Like
Rick had a
just
short. Rick had a short where he was going, "Here, ducky, ducky, by the canal," and he's just about to grab this thing, and then the thing ends, and you don't know, did he catch it?
You know he did.
I had a couple of those at the parking lot with the chicken too. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, but Rick, you're in Miami. You're by a canal. You're waving your arm around over the water, yelling, "Here, ducky, ducky." An alligator does not know what a ducky, ducky is. I got news for you.
Well, I got news for the gator. If that gator tries to attack me, I don't care if I have a permit or not. He's coming home with me.
Well, gator tail, man. It tastes like
There you
chicken,
go.
they say. Yeah.
By the time the state figures it out, it'll be cooked and eaten, and that's it. What gator?
Yeah. It was a duck. It was a duck.
It was an invasive Muscovy duck.
A very, very confused duck. I was calling, "Hey, ducky, ducky." So obviously this thing thought it was a duck. What do they say? If it walks like a duck, if it quacks, yeah. Okay.
It's a chicken that tastes like gator.
Yeah.
Well, what it is the gator ate my duck, so I want to get my duck back.
There you go. There you go.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't think anybody'd really care all that much unless you got a game warden happen to be driving by at that instant.
Around here, they'd be glad to see it gone.
Well, they come
Gators
and
need
get them.
dogs.
You get into a residential area, you start seeing gators. You call animal control, man. They come out and they round that thing up. They're supposed to let them loose in the Everglades or something. I don't know how many of them actually really make it to the Everglades. but
Some
they might
don't.
make it to somebody's dinner table.
I'm not going to make specific accusations, but I do know of a couple of gators that never made it back to the Everglades.
Yeah,
They
well,
ended
I
up
would
in a
imagine.
deep fryer.
I can imagine. Absolutely, absolutely. And does
So
anybody
shall we-
really care? That's.
No, they're glad.
I don't think any of us are really animal rights activists, are we?
Not when your dog gets eaten.
No. You know, we all have we can you know, isn't it amazing how human beings have the power to rationalize anything that they want to? Can always rationalize it. Can always come up with a reason. If that wasn't true, how could we have wars? If you think it's bad to murder somebody, how could you be a soldier and fight a war and not agonize over every single human that you killed? How could you do that? You couldn't. So you rationalize it to yourself.
That's right.
That's I wrote a whole chapter about that in my book. I keep referring to my book that I wrote 22 years ago called Taming the Beast Within. And I have a whole chapter called Conscience and Rationalization. And I go through all of those things that we do that nobody really stops and thinks about. But we can rationalize away murder. We can rationalize away anything, justify it to ourselves, and let our conscience off the hooks. And yet the same people, when they see somebody abusing like a cute little cat, they'll be outraged about that kind of behavior. But yet, on the other hand, they got a rat running around their basement. They're bent on killing the rat. They feel no conscience. Why? They're both living things. Why? Is it only cute things that we can feel compassion for? Only cute animals, but not ugly animals or dirty animals?
Squirrel.
Yeah. That exists nowhere but in our own mind. They're all living things. Anybody who's ever stepped on a roach has snuffed out a life. Do the animal rights activists, do they get up in arms about exterminators? Do you see them protesting outside Rid a Bug? You see, no.
You should see in my video
they
what I do
invent
to
their
roaches.
own. They just seem to invent the rules that suit them, and demand everybody else live by their rules.
I don't smash
especially
the
with
roaches.
diet.
I let them go.
Remember the Roach Motel? They check in,
But they don't check out.
check out.
That's like the Hotel California. So if you equate it, the Hotel California must be roach infested.
Yep. But you know what? I have videos. I don't kill the roaches. I pick them up and I take them outside.
And feed them to the ducks.
You got it.
I can see Rick driving out of Miami and he's pulled over by a state trooper. Where the hell are you going in such a hurry? Oh, officer, I got this roach here. I'm trying to return him to the Everglades. You, sir, come with me. Oh, man.
Wait, I got
I've had
one
a truckload
better,
of
Mitch.
ducks.
I got one better.
truckload.
Then he opens the hood up and he sees meat cooking on his engine.
Yeah. Not just meat, but endangered species, like a spotted owl or something like that. Oh, man.
We don't have alligators here, but we have coyotes.
Oh, yeah.
And they're always where I live, and the trailer that I'm currently living in is in the middle of 300 acres. And we have a quarter of a mile lane, which is covered with snow right now, but I normally run and walk up and down that lane since I've been here. I've been here about 5 months now after my husband passed away. And there's always hunting going on with the deer and the farmers they have permits to kill the coyotes. And it's always something. It's always hunters around here.
When I was living in San Antonio, Tina, and there was this green belt near my house, and there were coyotes, and it was kind of towards the end of the day, it was starting to get dark, And luckily, I had my dog on the leash. A coyote came out and tried to snatch that dog. Almost got him.
Hey, here's Tanya sticking up for me with Cheryl. Cheryl, we talk a lot about that. Evidently, she was wanting to talk about a particular subject. I'll have to find out. What it is she wants to talk about, and I'll be happy to oblige. I would be happy to oblige.
Yeah,
I think she wanted to talk about eggs because then Aaron said, didn't they just talk about eggs? Yes, we did.
Mhm.
We already covered the egg shortage and that problem, but we'll talk more about it if you'd like.
Is that
Because
We're
good?
talk.
we're very accommodating here. This is
you
for
see-
you guys. This isn't, this is for us. We enjoy it. Who has this many friends they get together with, and just has a good time always.
By the way, Tina, when I was in the United States back in November, I remember I was doing the Wayne Dyer meditation with the sound Om in the backyard of my friend around 5 in the morning, and I knew that there was coyotes around not in the property itself, but around the neighborhood, like in the wild over there. And I was like doing not that loud, but I was doing like and I got a pack of coyotes replying to me, and I was like, okay, that's a good sign that someone is replying to
How
me.
about that? That's pretty cool. Now, I'm scared of them, of course, and my son has some dogs, and I take them out occasionally, so I have to be very careful. I mean, we have a lot of hawks here. We have red fox everywhere.
Okay.
Right now, the fields are full of Canadian geese and swan and white snowy geese. So there's just a lot of wildlife here, and it's fun. It's nice to see all the wildlife, but some of it can be dangerous.
Hey, Tina,
Yeah,
you're
watch
making
out.
Rick hungry.
Yeah, you're making Rick.
Yes, you are.
Oh, I
That
know.
dog
Goose,
eats
And
swans.
and I grew up in a hunting family, but I just do not like deer meat. Or venison.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I
It's very. You need to add fat to it. It's so lean. Most of that
How about
stuff.
goose?
I like my rib eyes and my ground beef with with bacon, but with bacon grease and
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
and that's what I'm having for dinner tonight is a couple 4-ounce burgers with some bacon grease and so she wants to talk about carnivore. I can talk all day.
Yeah. We could all do that. I had for my first
By the
meal
way-
today. I decided to take a break from bacon for a day. I took a pound of ground beef, and I put it in a frying pan and chopped it all up, and browned it really good. And then I beat up 4 eggs, poured the eggs over them, and made a big heaping plate full of ground beef and eggs. And I don't even know if I'll be able to eat a second meal today. God, that was so filling. But it was delicious.
I tried butter coffee, adding bacon grease on my coffee.
Oh,
morning
really?
coffee.
How was that?
How
What
was
did
that?
Surprisingly good, and it changed the taste of the coffee which we have here, which is the quality is.
We lost somebody. Who we lose? We lost Greg.
Rick.
We lost
Greg, I
Rick,
think,
I think
yeah.
he just
No,
left
Rick's-
the room for a little bit.
So,
Rick's there. We lost Greg.
yeah.
He must have driven into an area with bad coverage.
Yeah, he
He'll be
was
back.
locking up.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out for him.
So it was surprisingly good. Surprisingly good.
CB
as a coffee.
CB's in the house. Hey CB, how you doing, my friend? Always good to see you. He says gator tail tastes like a chicken bread with a catfish. I'd pay money. I'd pay money to see that. I mean,
Iguana's better.
I mean that would be a spectacle.
Can I just can I say one more thing?
No.
My favorite video of your food is the frittata.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great!
yeah.
I love it. I make them all. If I had put a little bacon in this thing that I made today, it would have been one of those. But I decided I'm taking a break.
And
One day I'm not going to eat any bacon.
at Christmas time, a friend of my son's is a member of the Lions Club here, and they make homemade sausage. It's not got all the junk in it. It's kind of fatty. And so I made a frittata with the sausage with a little bit of sprinkle of Parmesan cheese on top. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we can certainly make tasty stuff. Hey, Rick, somebody's got a question for you, FX Trader.
Oh.
Any thought on eating a python?
I haven't gotten my hands on one, but if I do, I'm going to see if I can cook it up. Being a reptile, you got to make sure you don't overcook it because it'll be leathery and nasty. So you probably have to boil it or steam it first and then skin it, and then you could go ahead and fry it up. That would probably be one way of doing it, or just make a stew out of it.
You know, if you could say that exact same sentence and same words over again in an Australian accent, I would swear you were Crocodile Dundee, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I was hearing it as you were saying. I was hearing it come out in an Australian accent. I'm saying that reminds me of somebody. Who else do I know that would be telling you the tastiest way to cook up a reptile?
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's not a knife.
This is a knife. That's not a knife.
Oh yeah.
I got to be the oddest one in the group.
There are some movie lines that you just never forget, and that's one of them. That's one
Rick,
of them.
You need to change your nickname to Reptile Rick.
Reptile Rick. Yeah. I think Rick's pretty settled in the duck camp.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, ducks and reptiles, we don't discriminate.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice to know you're an equal opportunity guy. Yeah.
Ellen's got some bulbs for you.
Greg is back in the green room.
This is true. This is true. I like this. Susan Ivy says someone was at Cherry called it a sausage party. Well, but we got Tina with us today, so it's not a complete sausage party. But yeah, I always think of that when I see all the guys on there. Oh, a real sausage party. See everybody, see what you're going to hear on this live stream. This is no hold bar, and I'll be surprised if I don't get it demonetized like I always seem to. Somebody always says something that YouTube deems not appropriate for advertisers.
Reach the green room.
Sausage is carnivore.
7 sausages and a hamburger.
Yeah.
I got one of those sausage stuffers for the meat grinder.
Yeah, my meat grinder came with one of those too. Yeah, but I've never done it yet. I
used to do it.
Is somebody in the
take the
green
ground
room?
beef and throw it in a frying pan. It's one less step and it's a lot less work. I always tend to take the easiest route and the least messy route.
Smart.
I don't know why, and I'm not a lazy guy, that's for sure. But when it comes to cooking food, I don't want to deal with it I don't want it to be the main reason I live is just to cook and eat. I want to just, hit the gas station, fill up the tank, and be back on the road.
That's right.
And that's a certain freedom that Carnivore's given me that I never ever thought even existed, let alone that I could feel that way. That's why I'm so fired up about this.
Mitch, you know what Occam's razor is?
Occam's razor, yes, I do. It means that the simplest and most evident answer to any question is generally the correct answer.
Greg's in the green room, I think.
Oh, there you go. Okay, Greg.
He's back.
He's back. Run out of signal, did you?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's all right.
Hey, I just want to ask. I want to ask Tina what she charged me for a lease to go hunting on her property.
It's not my property.
I'll tell you what, just drive up there, have a few shoes fall off the truck, and you're gold, man. Just go for it. You'd be amazed how far you could get when shoes start falling off your truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't find French 15.
Sherry Morgan is in here. Hiya, sweetie. How you doing? Sherry says they need some of my meat sweats cologne. Yeah, I
Yep,
don't know
we
about
go.
that. I don't know if that would attract much attention on the, when you walk into like Macy's and the perfume girl comes up and with a bottle of something that says meat sweats on it. I don't know, Sherry. I have to rethink the marketing angle. Yeah. Nobody. Everybody better leave Sherry's little piggies alone, or you'd have real problems. Real
You need a
problems.
dozen of them things to fill a skillet.
Ooh.
Sherry says
Hey,
she's making it. She's really going to make it. Legit. And when Sherry says legit, you know she means it.
I've had squab before.
Tina has company.
Wow, wow, wow. That's funny.
Pigeon.
Yeah, pigeon, baby pigeon,
Wow,
squab.
good stuff. That's good stuff.
See, somebody else has had it.
And Tina's got a cat. Look at that cat's eyes in the light, man. Wow.
Rick, there
All
ain't
kinds
much
of
that I
bright
don't
colors.
eat.
And she steals the show.
Wildlife in the house. Now, don't they always? If I
got
could
one
get
of
as
them
many
too.
views on my videos as these stupid cat videos get, I'd have something here. They get millions of views
Meow.
from a cat doing something stupid. Millions of views.
She won't sit still. Come on, honey.
Well, that's their job. That's what you hire
I got
them
one
for.
too.
I've got 3 of them.
I know. I, at one point in my life, in my second marriage, had 3 cats at one time. Oh, what a
Oh, there's
nightmare. Okay. All right, everybody, show off your pets.
I was going to
There
say
ain't- there ain't-
something, but it might have sounded bad.
There ain't many critters that I don't eat. I grew up in a hunting, fishing family, so
Yeah, but
We,
you don't eat dogs and cats, do you?
Nope.
I have had dog.
Well, we think in this country how absurd that is, but half the Asian
Korea.
population would eat a dog
Yeah,
in a hot
it was
New York second.
yeah. It was went to a Korean festival at
Mhm.
a friend of mine. They had a family festival, and it was on the menu.
Yep.
Yeah, as a
You-
matter of fact, when you go into a Chinese or an Asian restaurant, you sometimes got to be wary about that mystery meat that you're eating.
You know what we used to call the Chinese restaurant? We called it the cat and dog.
Mitch, Aunt B is saying my vote is for bacon earrings.
Oh, did you all see this morning the bacon donut drawing that Thomas sent me? That was funny.
Yeah,
And Kathy said, for Florida, Kathy says, four Qs. This is a big question. Are there any retired firefighters on the crew? I have one in my family. I don't know. Do we have any retired firefighters or first responders in our community here?
First
If we do,
responder.
make yourself known. You were a first responder and a prison guard.
Yeah, I was a corrections officer for 33
Yeah.
years.
Wow. Can't imagine that.
Our jail guy.
CB Carmack says, cat hair in your coffee. I had an inside cat. I know. Yeah. Cat hair everywhere. Cat hair everywhere. And if I never see another litter box again in my life, it'll be too soon. Really.
When it comes time to eat, I'm a first responder.
Well, CB, Sherry points out that CB as a sheriff is a first. CB's a first responder. Yeah, he's a
Okay.
sheriff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for your service, CB.
That reminds
Thank you
me.
for
I
service.
got
Mark,
my
you're not
CB.
saying very much today.
I just did.
My
I
CB
didn't-
broke.
What?
My CB radio broke.
In your truck?
Yeah, in my truck.
Uh-oh.
what'd you do to it?
I don't know. It just got old. I'm probably a capacitor or something. It just quit working. Just static.
And is this like a 40-year-old CB radio?
Yeah.
Of course.
It's a Cobra.
Oh, man. I
Really old.
remember I got hooked on that, not for long, but I like everything else, I had to get a CB radio, and I felt like a real fool trying to sound like a trucker from Alabama. Nice New York, Philadelphia Jewish boy here trying to,
I
fit
was
right in with
Rusty
the
Rick.
with the CB truckers. Breaker 19, breaker 19. You know, I mean, I learned the accent and everything. I did pretty good. I really did. I learned the difference between what y'all means and all y'all.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference. Big difference. Y'all is singular, whether you knew it or not. Y'all is singular. All y'all is the plural of y'all. So when you're talking to one person, you say, y'all coming in? Y'all coming in the house? Now, if you're talking to a crowd, you say, all y'all coming in? I mean, I learned that just from listening.
Remember when Winn-Dixie had that on the wall? Y'all come back?
Y'all come back, yeah.
Yeah, that was in Winn-Dixie.
Y'all come back now, here.
Y'all come back now, yeah.
Hey, I'm passing my favorite carnivore restaurant, the Big Texan here in Amarillo, Texas.
Oh, hell, I'll bet you can get some meat there.
Yeah, really.
They got a 72-ounce steak.
Oh, man. That sounds like a food challenge, not a meal.
Yeah, if you can finish it, you get it for free. It's like a $160 steak.
I can do it.
Yeah. Have any of you guys ever seen? Have you ever seen the YouTuber's channel name is Beard Meets Food?
Yes, I've seen it.
He's fabulous, man, and he does these food challenges, and the guy's in shape. He's in shape. You'd never, to look at him, you'd never think he could put down, and the food he puts down, unbelievable. I don't know where the hell he puts it all.
You have no
and he
idea.
goes all over the world. He flies to Canada, all over Europe. He goes everywhere and finds these restaurants, these little hole in the walls that have these ridiculous food challenges.
Yeah, there's a few of them I watch.
Yeah, he's got millions of subscribers, this guy. He
3.5
puts out a
million.
video, and in the first hour, he gets 500,000 or more views in the first half hour. He's that popular.
They have one here with a 5-pound burger. I'll never forget. If you can eat it, you get it for free. I ate the whole thing, and they gave it to me for free.
Yeah, and they should have given you a T-shirt, because they usually give T-shirts out that say, you know, I ate the whatever challenge. We had a thing in Philadelphia when I grew up. It was an ice cream place. It was dairy. It was called Greenwood Dairy. If any of you people are from Philly, you'll remember Greenwood Dairy. It was out on US 1 on Roosevelt Boulevard, Northeast Philadelphia.
I remember.
And they had a deal like that. It was a challenge, you know, that you had to try, and they called it a pig's dinner. It was called the pig's dinner. And it came in a little pig's trough, a little wooden trough that was about a foot or more wide, long, and about 8 inches wide, and it had like a dozen grapefruit-sized scoops of ice cream, and then another foot bound of toppings on top of that. And if you ate it, they gave it to you for free, and you got a big button that said, "I was a pig at Greenwood Dairies." I'll never forget that. And we tried that a couple of times, and we could eat when I was young, believe me. We couldn't even get close. We couldn't even get a third the way through that thing before we were ready to hit the bathroom, you know, and toss our cookie. It was terrible. I never saw there must have been 6-8 pounds of ice cream in that thing. It was crazy. It was crazy. And that was the beginning and the end of my food challenge career. I decided, this is not for me. Hot dog eating contests and stuff like that. No.
Hey, asshole over there. It's getting late here, so I think I'm going to drop out. So thank you for having me again.
Always good to see you, Tuca. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks for coming in. And
thank you. Take care, people.
Later, Tuca.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.
You Tuca.
All right. And here we are. Thomas, you haven't said very much.
No, I'm just listening, but
you're just the pretty face in the room, are you? Okay.
If that's what you want to say, sure.
And Tammy says, "Are you working on the old guy carnivore baseball cap yet?" I thought about it, but I haven't really gotten to work on it yet. I'm gonna have to do that, but.
So is it in every state down there that is short of eggs?
Everything, everywhere now. I think it's countrywide now. I think
because not here in Canada at all.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? That the bug, the bird flu, kind of knows where the border is and stays
Yeah,
on our side of it. Yeah,
I
amazing.
picked up some eggs for $5.99 for 18 eggs. So I got 6 packages of those, and that's Canadian.
Yeah,
So
that's
that'd be
cheap.
like
That's cheap.
$3 for you guys.
Yeah, I pay at Sam's Club for the pasture raised. They come a dozen and a half, 18 eggs to a carton, and
Yeah.
it runs around $5, which isn't too bad. But
No,
I
that's
used to
good.
not 2 years ago, before I really. No, it was even longer ago than that because I don't think I was a carnivore at the time. And I didn't eat nearly the volume of eggs that I eat now. But I bought all my eggs at Aldi's. And they were selling eggs for 62 cents a dozen.
Yep.
It was nuts. Remember those days, Rick? 60, 70 cents a dozen.
I was getting them for
And
49
all the
cents.
restaurants, all the bakery shops, anybody who had a business, restaurants and bakers that used eggs, would come in and walk out with shopping carts teetering at the top.
Mhm.
100 dozen eggs, 150 dozen eggs they'd buy. It was crazy. They moved so many of those. 60 cents a dozen.
In 2016, I think they were down to 49 cents a dozen. And I was eating a dozen eggs at that time. So I would buy them by the cart full. I think one time I bought, 40 dozen eggs at a time.
Holy.
I've eaten a lot of eggs. I should have died by now. You know that every egg you eat is like smoking 2 cigarettes?
Yeah. Yeah. So they say.
Yeah, so they say. That's what they told me.
Yeah.
Who are they?
The
You might as well
doctors. Who
smoke
do you think? The
Yeah,
doctors. Tanya
you might
says
as
my
well-
husband is working on a Mitch Fitz T-shirt for me. Send me a picture of that. Send me a picture of that. If it's
That'd be
really
cool.
great, I'll put one. I'll get one put up on the merch store, and everybody can have it. But people wouldn't know what that means. See, that's the problem with that. They wouldn't know what the hell is a Mitch Fit.
We are.
You have to be here. You have to be one to know what it
Yeah.
is. I guess. And
You'd
who
be the
was it?
inside joke.
Who
yeah.
was it that coined? Who coined that in the first place?
Duck it.
Who did?
I don't know. Mine would say duck it.
Duck it. Yeah. Well, that would be a
Duck
good one for you. Yeah. Here's a handle. Nurse on the run. Yeah, we bought some eggs from a neighbor who has hens. $5 a dozen. Yeah. Well, but they're probably good eggs. I mean, they're probably really good eggs if they were
Yeah, they're good
if
quality.
they were raised. And Kathy calls this Mitch's. Where's the one I wanted to say? Mitch's Secret Treehouse Club.
It's funny. There's chickens running all over the place here. How come they haven't gotten the bird flu?
I don't know. I think they're more worried about other animals getting the bird flu. Cats. I saw there was a big scare about keep your cats in the house because of the bird flu.
Wow.
Crazy.
My
Holy
sister
cow,
brother-in-law had
Sherry. Well, Sherry, you live in California. Of course, it's going to be $10 a dozen. You've got everything going against you in California. It comes from an animal. That alone makes it almost illegal out there. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you put up with that stuff. And I'm just glad you're not in where that fire is, because that is absolutely ugly.
They're trying to make meat and eggs impossible to eat out in California because they're all about plants and veganism.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt
I'm
about
serious.
it.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
I know it. I know it. I call California the land of fruits and nuts. Sorry, Sherry, I don't want to insult your state because it's a gorgeous state. I've been to California many times. I love it. It's the most beautiful state. It's great, but God, the politics of that state. Look what they've done. But we won't get into that here because we're in a happy mood today. We are in a happy mood. So let's take a brief 1-minute intermission. Everybody move. Look at this. So I know I'm not the only crazy one in the house today. And I'll relight my cigar. See what happens when you give Mitch a mixer with buttons on it? See? All right. Enough of that frivolity. God, that sun feels so good. Oh, man. Look at it shining on this side of my face. And tomorrow morning, if I was sitting here at 8:30 in the morning, it would be 41 or 42 degrees. I would truly look like this. That's the idea. And Mark, who made this cup for me, he said he searched high and low for a graphic of Kenny in a black hoodie, not a red one, because Kenny's always in a red or an orange hoodie on South Park.
Yeah, my daughter did it. She found it.
It's great, man. I love it. I love it. They've killed Kenny.
You bastards!
Those bastards. Oh, man. How many other 77, almost 78-year-old guys do you know that are as silly as I am?
Good point.
I'm like 12. I swear, I act like a 12-year-old. And I don't intend to change anytime soon, unless anybody thinks I should.
No, stay who you are.
So I'm looking at the chat here, trying to keep up. I'm keeping up with the chat as well as you guys. Well, what time is it? Well, we've been at this for an hour and a half already. Holy cow.
Holy smokes.
Time really flies.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
This is an old silly joke. I think I've told it here once or twice before, but I'll say it again. You know the old saying, time flies when you're having fun? You've all heard that, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've heard it.
Well, there's a corollary to that, and it is time's fun. This is what the frog said. Time's fun when you're having flies.
Yeah.
Or the duck.
Mitch, I'm going to cut out of here. I got to go help my daughter shovel out her driveway.
Oh, man. Oh,
Well,
God.
fine with that.
God, what a
Let me show you
downer.
how much snow
Okay,
we got
man.
Hey,
here.
Mark, nice meeting you.
Yeah, well, let's see.
No.
Show us. I'll make you
No.
big so we can see the scene. Here we go. Boy, look at, oh, my God.
White out there.
Let's see. Turn the camera around. All I'm seeing is your scraggly mustache.
Yeah, I'll go outside then. Oh my
FX
God.
Trader says,
31
Mark, where are
degrees.
you located?
Indiana.
Indiana?
okay,
Yep.
there you go. So there you go. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
you are in the land of snow.
Yeah,
but
I
at
got
least you have
got
some
my
land around
driveway.
you. That's great. You have land at least there.
Yeah, I got 3 acres here.
Oh,
right on the
that's great.
outskirts of town.
That's great.
But,
Now,
yeah,
if I become homeless, I'll come up to your place and pitch a tent.
come on.
Yeah.
You were talking earlier. You were talking about truck drivers and operating their radios and stuff. So, you used to be a flight instructor, right?
Yeah.
So, you ever have a truck driver student?
No, I never had a truck driver student, but I can just imagine
Oh, yeah.
that would
When
to
they
call
start
the
when they
tower
start
guy
using
good
the
buddy.
radio,
Yeah, good buddy. Yeah.
Yep. You got to stop them.
Yeah. All right, Mark. Listen, thanks so much for coming in, my friend.
Yep.
And
Take care, Mark.
We'll see
We'll
you
see
the
you
next
guys.
time, buddy. Take care.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Okay. Whoops. I clicked the
You lost
button to
Tina,
remove him.
brother.
He removed himself first, and my mouse was over Tina, and I removed you for a second. But I put you right back. Sorry
I'm
about that.
getting used to it now.
Oh, coming and going. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Why
coming
not?
and going.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Oh, come
I
on,
got
people.
a question here. Mitch, what happened to the climate change in Florida? Turned into cooling change. Well, the term climate change replaced the term global warming, remember? Remember when they did that? Because for years and years and years, it was global warming, global warming, global warming, global warming. And then people would say, well, time out, it's getting colder. And the global warming people said, oh, well, we have a problem. So they turned it into climate change. So they're covered no matter whether it gets too cold or too hot or whatever. They're covered. Climate change. They can't be wrong, and they always got something to bitch about. So whether it gets cold or whether it gets warm, it's still climate change. So they're covered for that. It's just more bullshit.
That's it.
Weather. It's called weather. It's called weather. I always like the fact they say, we are record temperatures. It hasn't been this hot since 1911. Well, if it was this hot in 1911, 100 and so many years ago, what's new? What the hell is new? Record cold this week. Record cold for today. You know, setting all new records. Climate change. You know, sell your SUV, ride a bicycle. These people. Hopefully, most people are catching on to that crap now.
Hey, Mitch, Sherry just wrote for you to check your email. I guess she sent you something.
Sherry check my email. Yeah. I can do that. Okay, you guys talk. Yes, there it is. It just came in. Oh, Sherry bought me some coffees. Thank you, Sherry. First one of the afternoon. Nothing like a sausage party on a Saturday afternoon, she said. I will send you a sample of Meat Sweats by Itchy and Scratchy. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's fabulous, Sherry. That's fabulous. How creative is that?
Well, when
I can see the advertisements right now with some super sexy model sauntering down the runway and holding a jar of this up to the camera, and in a sultry voice, she says the words "meat sweat." It's great. It's great. It's just great enough to catch on. It's great enough. Oh, I'd love that. And thank you for the coffee, Sherry. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, that's great. Meat Sweats by Itchy and Scratchy. Not only is it Meat Sweats, but it was created by 2 guinea pigs. That's fabulous. Fabulous. All right. And we have Lewis here. Hello, Lewis. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
Hey, Lewis. Hey, guys. How's it going? And ladies.
God, look at that wall. Look at that. Is that wallpaper behind you?
Yeah, I made an emoji wallpaper.
Oh, okay. So that's a graphic. That's not actually on your wall. You didn't actually go to. Okay, I'm saying to myself, let me see. Let me see here. This guy
my room is so dark. It's so
there
dark,
you go.
My room, so I just.
No, that's great.
And what's wrong with that being wallpaper?
Have you ever? Have you ever been in anybody's house with wallpaper so obnoxious that your first thought is, I can't believe a human being went into a wallpaper store with 100,000 different wallpapers, and out of all of them decided that's the one I like the best.
That's a good one. I don't know who uses wallpaper anymore.
And then I say to myself, and not only did this person buy it, but some company designed it and printed it and made it, thinking that somebody would buy it.
Rick, what is that? Wallpaper samples over here? What do you got over here?
Ceiling tiles.
Oh, doesn't everybody have ceiling tiles laying around? Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I can only imagine if you turn Rick's camera, it's just like a hoarder
I was just thinking the word hoarder. It's just going through my mind. But
no offense, Rick. But I'm just saying, you turn the camera, it's just a wall of stuff.
But that's half the fun of this little group of ours. We're just very different people.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yes. We're just different people. We're all so different, and we're all eccentric in our own ways, which is great. I mean, that's terrific. Who wants to be like everybody else? Who wants to be cookie cutter in this world?
I just joined because today we decided to do a Costco run, so I got back a little after 3. So then I jumped on just now. I got.
Do you have any money? Do you have any money left? That's the key. Any money left to your name?
That's what credit cards are for. Yeah.
Okay. No. All right.
All right. I gotta back out of here, you guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Hey, Greg.
All right, Greg.
Hey, Gregory.
Great seeing you, man.
All right.
Take care, buddy.
Yep.
But when we got to Costco, I saw people had eggs in their cart because it's you never know if they're gonna have them or not, especially on a Saturday. We left there at 1:00 in the afternoon, the worst time to go, and so I ran. I got 2 dozen packs of eggs, $7.99 each. Not bad. Pretty good.
No, good. I hit Sam's Club like that the other day too. I went in there. There were still probably 10 or 15 cartons of the cage-free 2 dozen to a flat. And I picked up 2 of them, and I didn't even see a sign that said limit 2 because.
No, people had lots in their cart. Yeah,
but I didn't need that much. I still had 4 or 5 dozen left from the previous trip. So
And
I
my
bought them
local-
just to have them. They stay for a long time in the refrigerator. There's no problem with that.
My local supermarket is Stop and Shop up in the Northeast, and
Okay.
their shelves were empty, and the prices are like $9.99 a dozen.
Wow, yeah, it's
You know?
crazy.
Yeah.
And
What's
Rick
that,
is
Rick?
showing us an 8-track tape.
That's right.
I've never
Man, look at
touched
that.
one of those.
Look at that. I remember when our cars used to have them. They used to come standard equipment from the factory with an 8-track.
My car still does.
Well, of course your car would, but does it still work?
I've
Can
never
you still
seen an
play
8-track
'em?
before. Yeah.
Back
Man,
in the
we've come
day,
up-
I
we've
had a
come up through the-
Barracuda. I'm
What,
sorry.
a Barracuda.
I
Oh,
had a
yeah.
Barracuda
car?
with an 8-track tape, quadra sound system.
Oh, of course,
Yep.
of course. That's what 8-track was
Quadraphonic
good
with the Echo
for.
box. I got that in my
Yeah.
Charger.
Yeah, well, your
69
Charger is
Charger.
almost a Barracuda anyway. It's almost the same car, isn't it?
More or
should watch
less.
the chat.
Yeah.
Smaller one.
Very fun. Very fun.
Oh,
Brings
those
back a
days
lot
are
of
gone
memories.
forever.
383 in the Barracuda.
Now we got cars that are all connected.
Ugh.
They're connected to everything, so they know everything about us. They know where we've been. They know where we're going and how fast we're driving to get there. It's crazy. There's no privacy anymore.
My wife's
You
car
can't-
is leased, and they know how many miles that we're driving.
Oh, they know everything. I've
And
got.
they send me emails. Oh, you're going. You're using your miles. Do you want to buy more? I'm like, I haven't brought my car to. It's because it's online, and it uploads it to Nissan.
My car still has points in the distributor.
Danny
Awesome.
in Boston
Makes it
is
easier to
asking where
work
I'm
on.
from.
Oh yeah, I got
Danny,
a carburetor. Even my truck. I mean, yeah, my van has a computer in it, but it's not connected. It's a 98. My truck is a 90. It's got no computer except for the transmission. It's a diesel.
Danny in Boston's asking where I live. I live in the borough of Queens in New York City, in the town called Flushing. It's where the nanny is from.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a nice little corner of New York City. I don't live in Manhattan.
Ah,
I guess you have Stop and Shop also up there in Boston, right?
when I grew up in Philadelphia, we had Acme, A&P. Remember them? A&P.
Yeah,
A&P.
I
A&P.
used
we
to
had
work for the
Acme.
Acme.
Atlantic and Pacific supermarket.
Yeah, Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company.
Yeah.
What they were is the name of that. Remember
Yeah.
that A&P. I
We
don't
used to
even know if
have
they're.
one
I don't know
here.
if they're still. I don't know if they're still around
They're
or
not.
not. No.
No.
We
No.
have an Acme here, but that's about it.
We have Acme, Food Lion, Safeway.
Acme.
Yeah,
That's a Coyote.
Safeway's been around a long time, and so is Food Lion.
Mhm.
And
Wily Coyote loves Acme.
We have ShopRite also.
yeah, every
in New
time
York
I
City.
see Acme, I think of Wily Coyote. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
first thing that comes to my mind, the Roadrunner.
Of course, our
Yeah.
Walmarts now are grocery stores too.
Oh, Tammy's
Walmart,
in the
Sam's
store,
Club, Costco, Albertsons. Remember when they came in? Holy cow, they were everything for a while in Florida here. Albertsons was the big thing. Now you hardly see them anymore.
Yeah, A&P was big, and then they bought Wallbounds, and then A&P went out of business, and then now we have all Stop and Shops and a few ShopRites, a few Key Foods. We don't. The stores that you guys mentioned are not on the Northeast
No.
at all. Yeah.
We have Giant also.
Yeah, I remember Giant. I
Food
remember
Store.
Giant. Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I
And the
have to
price-
go 40
Oh,
miles
Tina.
to get to a grocery store.
Wow.
Well, you're living out there in the middle of nowhere.
I mean,
But
I
that
can
has
get to
its-
Walmart. I can get to Walmart in
Okay.
15 minutes, but
Is your Walmart like a super Walmart that has a
Yeah.
grocery
Does
store?
it have a big
it is,
grocery
but
store?
it was like one of the first ones, so it's not
it's not
as
as good.
nice as in other towns that I've been to. It's
Yeah, there are no Walmarts in New York City. I have to go to Long Island to find a Walmart.
Oh,
Yeah, can you imagine
my,
what
my,
Walmart
Walmart's
being able to buy or lease enough real estate in New York City and Manhattan?
And
to,
in any borough, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
yeah, they would have to be like a department store in Manhattan where it has a small footprint and 10 floors.
I haven't been to New York since before 9/11.
Well,
My
I
heart
haven't
just
either.
wasn't in it after that.
I haven't either. I used to go to New York when I was a big into knife collecting. They have a huge knife show, international knife show, handmade knives with the best artisans in the world, high-end shit. And I used to go there every year.
Where would they have that? The
March in New York.
Javits?
They had it right down there in Times Square at the Marquee, whatever the name of it. Yeah.
Oh.
What a great place it used to be. I
No, well,
spent a lot of time in
the
New
Rudy
York.
Giuliani having just cleaned it up era. It was great when I went up there because the crime was down, it was clean, you know. But of course, you know, if it's up to the other side, Rudy Giuliani was a bad man and we need to put him in jail. You know, I mean, that's what they keep trying to do to him. And he was the best thing that ever happened in New York.
They used to call him America's mayor.
He was a good
America's mayor, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what they did to that poor guy and Trump is crazy, is absolutely crazy. Don't get me started. I'll get off on that.
Let's change the subject.
Don't want to do that.
I will say
don't want to do that, guys.
Change it.
Mood changing music, everybody. Yes, sir.
Kim, did you have Kim Appreciates Live? Did you have wall bounce too? Wall bounce was big in New York before.
Never heard of that.
Supermarket.
No.
Yeah. I'm reading the chat. I'm trying to see if she knew about wall bounce.
But New York.
What says another 8-track?
Same one. It's just they had these songs. It was like something when my parents bought the stereo. This is what came with it.
Oh,
is it like a demo?
Oh,
yeah,
sound design. Yeah, the demo. Yeah, you always got a demo of something when you bought a piece of gear. I remember those days.
I got boxes of 8-tracks. It's just I have to keep fixing them because they fall apart. The foam goes bad.
Yeah,
I remember when stereos first. What's that?
New cars, they don't even have CD players anymore, right? New cars?
No, they got nothing now. They stream everything.
Right?
They stream. They got XM.
And
satellite radio. They got. That's.
I got a question for you. Why would you stream something if you could just record it and listen to it on your computer? I don't understand the point of it.
Well, people stream things because it's like, for me, I get all this shit for free. I got an Amazon thing, so I get Amazon Music.
Right.
I got YouTube Premium. I get YouTube
Prime.
Music.
Right.
I mean, and it doesn't cost me a penny more, and they got every song ever recorded known to man you can get. So I just
put it on a USB.
I do that too. I have USB sticks full of my favorite music. And if I don't drive all that much, but if I'm going somewhere and I know I want to listen to my music, I take a stick with me, I plug it in the USB, and it plays through the car. It's fabulous.
The great
but
thing
I can
about
play
having,
I can leave it on my phone too. I can have all that stuff. I've got so much memory in my phone. My phone has 512 gigs internal storage. I have a music collection inside my phone. Yeah, that's got 1 gig.
Not that phone.
Yeah.
1 kilobyte.
1 kilobyte. That has no memory. That phone has absolutely no memory in it. It actually somehow works with no memory. Imagine that. It also
I have my favorite music on Spotify, and I don't pay the extra for the premium. I just use the standard.
Sure. And you have
through my phone, and it's fabulous.
Yeah, so that's why streaming took over. Streaming basically he's killed satellite radio. There's no excuse for satellite unless you want to hear Howard Stern, or something.
And he doesn't. And Howard is live like twice a week now. He's not even.
Yeah, well, Howard Stern has gone off the deep end. He has lost it completely. Completely. I remember him when he first came out. It was fun. It was fun to watch Howard Stern. But he has gone off the deep end.
Tammy is in my part of the woods, and she's giving me supermarket recommendations. I'm gonna see.
Oh, cool. See, we are helpful here, Louis. We are.
You have a
Louis,
carnivore friendly doctor, Tammy.
You don't sound like you're a New Yorker, though.
I don't.
No, you don't have that New York. You don't have that New York. Go get a cup of coffee. You don't have any of that.
When I say certain words, it might come out. But yeah, I tried
really.
To speak. Yeah. I tried to speak clearly.
I mean,
I've lived here my entire life. I grew up a mile away from where I live now.
Wow. Now, whereabouts in New York are you?
So I live in North Flushing. It's kind of like on the border of the neighborhoods of like Bayside, Whitestone. So I'm right near the expressway that goes to the Throgsneck Bridge. So I'm right near the bridge that goes over to the Bronx.
What's the ethnic makeup of your neighborhood?
Now?
Yeah, well,
right now.
traditionally, what was it when you were growing up?
Traditionally, when I was growing up, it was mostly white, and now is mostly Asian.
Okay, but when it was mostly white, were there Italians and Jews and those kind of people there? Yeah, okay. So I'm surprised you don't. I'm surprised you don't say, "Hey, how you doing?" Forget about it. You know, I'm surprised you don't talk like that, like Tony Soprano. You know, because that.
Yeah, no, I'm not, and I am Italian, but I don't.
Well, then you're ashamed to your species,
but I'm not
man.
really Italian. I grew up here. I was born here. My
you're
parents
an
were born here.
embarrassment.
I'm I'm second generation over here.
Yeah, I was going to say you're an embarrassment to your people if you don't talk like they do, like Soprano and the gang.
And I work for New York City Public Schools. This is the largest school district in the country. I work for a superintendent. So there's 35 superintendents in New York City, and we have 36 schools under our portfolio. And I live in the district I work in. It's really nice, and you should see the crazy stuff that happens in our schools. But it's
I can only imagine. Imagine.
And the meatless Mondays that we have in the cafeteria, and the vegan Fridays we have in the cafeteria. Because Mayor Adams
don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. These kids today.
Mayor Adams is a vegan or a vegetarian.
Of course he is. Of course
he's a big fan of that.
That's child abuse.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we always have options for kids if they don't want to eat those things. They're not very popular, those menu items.
Obviously,
they love Meatless Monday. They love Meatless Monday because what did they move to Mondays? They moved to pizza.
Pizza. Oh, of course, pizza is a universal food.
So
nobody doesn't like pizza.
I hate pizza.
Well, you would, but everybody else likes pizza.
Pizza's almost as bad as donuts. They're disgusting.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh man, you're a lucky guy if you felt that way. No wonder No wonder you've been a carnivore for 40 years. You lucked into it. You know.
Unless your dog's made of bacon, that's the only thing.
Francine is calling you an aged group, and that she loves that I'm young and part of the group.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not old.
Aged.
Aged. Yeah.
Different.
I'm old, but I'm better than the young one.
Elderly. I love when somebody calls me elderly.
I'm a senior citizen.
All right,
they
Tammy.
call me elderly.
I gotta find Tammy. I gotta talk to Tammy. She's giving me cardiologist names and doctors' names in the neighborhood. Because I need a doctor that I don't have to lie to. Because how many times can I tell my doctor I'm on a modified Mediterranean diet?
I'm on a quack diet.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, good. Okay, good."
Stuff based.
My son is trying to find me a plumber right now, and he's got me on a 3-way text with some guy I don't know. And I'm trying to.
Are you still having problems under the
Oh
house?
hell yeah! I'm tired of crawling around under there. I don't want to do that. I just want to find a plumber. But when you find a big plumbing company, I told you the prices they want to charge. They're absolutely out of their friggin' mind. I know doctors that don't make that much money in an operating room. Seriously.
I redid my plumbing like 20 years ago.
Rick's on the Florida wildlife diet.
Well, what time is
I
it
figured out how to change my plumbing without breaking the concrete. I tunneled under the house.
Yeah. Well, I've got that old polybutylene plumbing that they outlawed, back in the day when my house was built. The gray stuff that becomes brittle. Because
that's garbage.
It is garbage, but back when it first came out, it was the best thing since sliced bread. But 20 years later, it was falling apart, and all the fittings, the T fittings, and they crimped the pipe onto it, and all those fittings became so brittle that you just breathed on them and they'd break.
They break.
Yeah, they're terrible. And
I need to out and get some PVC.
Well, that's what I need to do. I'll use probably PEX. Now they use PEX is great. That PEX comes in a roll. And.
Is that drainage or water supply?
No, water supply.
Oh yeah, use the blue polyethylene, the PEX.
Probably the PEX. The PEX or the CPVC works great too. The new PVC, the white pipe, you use the glue and everything, and just put the fittings. Right. That stuff's great. Yeah, but I know I've done plenty of it.
The blue polyethylene is a very strong and long-lasting pipe. I've installed a lot of that stuff.
Well, I only need a pipe that'll last as long as I will. It might be a long time. I don't know.
Might be longer than you think.
Maybe. What maybe? I don't dwell on it. I really don't. Sean Baker does the same thing. People keep asking Sean Baker for his blood work. He never reveals it. People say, "What does Carnivore do for longevity?" And he never commits to that. He basically says, "I don't care. I don't claim it. So I don't claim it so long as you." How would we know? All I know is that the quality of life is great, and that's all I care about. And
Who wouldn't want to look like Sean Baker?
Kind of adopt that. Well, you know, there are people that are just big and muscular. I've never been one of them, unfortunately.
Me either.
Yeah, so
I'm a toothpick.
We are what we well, I've never been a toothpick, not until now, but we are what we are, and we just try to make the best of it. Listen, guys, I'm going to shut this down, and I'm going to try to connect with this plumber here. So,
all right.
I think we're close enough. We've done almost 2 hours here. I want to thank you all. Thank you all so much for coming, and thanks everybody that's been here. I hope you enjoyed it. Round of applause. Round of applause for the stars of the show. Rick, Thomas, Lewis, Tina, Peter, thanks for coming in. Greg, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And Mark Booz was here, and Spanky was here. Tuka,
Tammy, find me on Facebook.
Thank you guys for all coming in. I will give you a little happy music to exit on and say goodbye to each other in the chat. I'm going to finish my coffee, relight my cigar. Still hot. All right, get the hell out of here, guys. Come on, go home.
All right, goodbye.
We're done. Go home.
Quack.
See you, Rick. Thank you. I love all you guys, man. That was great fun today. Man, it went by so fast, I don't know where the time went. Thanks so much for coming in. I know I keep looking sideways like this because I'm looking at this monitor. I should look at the camera when I'm talking to you. And if I was really a professional show business person, I would do just that. I wouldn't have a hat shading my eyes. But I'm not a professional show business person. I'm a carnivore YouTuber. Proud of it. That was good. Let me turn off the warmer. And say goodbye to Smoothie, Sandy Blythe, Golf Addict, Anna Kurzawa, Thomas Pruitt, M.M. Lori, Kim Appreciates Life, Claudia Burkick, Boyd Lamb, Nikki W., Tammy Pitarch, Denise Kink, and Ellen and Sherry. And that's all I can see on the screen. Jeff Johnson, take care. And we're coming up to the end. I know that song too well. All right, my friends. Tune in tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Morning Coffee with Mitch. I'll see you there. And until then, take the rest of the day off and eat meat.